From Phoenix Shaving, Outer Spice. It's an homage to Shulton's Old Spice. We're going to build a lather and we're going to have a shave coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's SparkWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another video. Great to see you again. Thanks so much for stopping by and sharing your time with me. Love getting together with you and talking all things traditional wet shave. We have a brand new shave soap and splash in the Shave Den, courtesy of Doug, Fran, Huxley, Cube, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving. Thank you very, very much, folks. Here it is. It's an homage to Shulton's Old Spice. They call it Outer Spice. Boy, is this scent spot on Old Spice. The original Shulton's Old Spice scent. Boy, oh boy, this is great. Oh, yes. Right on the money. My gosh, when you sample this, it's going to bring back a whole lot of memories for you. And again, as you can see, brand new tub. And we also have the matching aftershave splash right here. Check that out. Yeah, I've already removed that little plug there. So we're ready to go with it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Boy, this is going to be a great shave. Now, Douglas also sent along some information. We're going to put it on screen. We're going to share it with you. I'm going to give you the highlights. Outer Spice, homage to an icon, or what I almost called Shulton's and Shut Up. Top notes: citrus, lemon, nutmeg, bergamot, clary sage. Middle notes: geranium, lavender, carnation, pimento berry, jasmine. Bottom notes: vanilla, amber, woody, spice, musk, tonka. And he continues here with real talk. I've been a bay rum guy for about 26 years. But before that, long before Phoenix Shaving was even a glimmer in my sun-shaded eyes, there was Old Spice. And not the version sold today under the same name. I'm talking about Shulton's Old Spice, or as the schnurds call it, Shulton's. This was my very first aftershave at age 15, and it left a permanent imprint on my soul, possibly who and what to blame for my interest in fragrances today. Shulton introduced Old Spice for men in 1938, and the timing could not have been more significant. As World War II unfolded, Old Spice became closely tied to American servicemen. It traveled overseas in duffel bags and footlockers, splashed on before leave, before dates, before dances, and before shipping out again. When the war ended, millions of men returned home carrying the scent with them. Old Spice didn't just survive the war years, but in my humble opinion, it was forged in them. And you get that in the first whiff. That post-war era cemented Old Spice as an American institution. Through the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and well into the 70s, the formula remained remarkably consistent. Rich spice, floral backbone, warm amber depth, and refined iconic spiciness. Everything came to a screeching halt in 1990 when Procter & Gamble acquired Old Spice from Shulton. In a short time after the sale, reformulations followed, driven by modern regulations, cost-cutting, and shifting trends. The current version may share the name, but anyone who has used the original knows it is a very different animal. Out of respect, and for over a decade, I've danced around this scent. Cold Spices was our mentholated take, and when we released it, less than a handful of artisans were even attempting anything Old Spice inspired. Later came Oud Spice. It was done more as a study than a true tribute. I always stopped short of doing a straight homage. It felt too obvious, too personal. And then, in the throes of our recent 2026 feel-good releases of Shave Crowd favorites, it just made sense. Outer Spice was born. Outer Spice is a straight-up homage to Shulton's Old Spice. No cooling agents, no modern twists, no reimagining, just a respectful reconstruction built from appreciation, passion, and lived experience by someone who was steeped in this scent throughout his formative years. It's in my DNA, man. Now, here again, he talks about the fragrance. The opening is bright and familiar with citrus, lemon, bergamot, nutmeg, and clary sage. The heart delivers the unmistakable notes of geranium, lavender, carnation, pimento berry, and jasmine. The base settles into warm vanilla, amber, woods, spice, musk, and tonka, grounding the fragrance exactly the way the original did, and then some. If you wore Shulton's Old Spice, this will take you back immediately. If someone you loved wore it, you'll recognize it just as fast. Outer Spice is not nostalgia cosplay. It's a tribute to a fragrance that marched through history, crossed oceans, came home, threw back a whiskey, and helped define what men's fragrance once was. And this time, we're doing it without compromise. Shave on. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. What a great description for an absolutely marvelous scent. Outer Spice. Even before starting this shave, I can assure you, if you loved Shulton's Old Spice, you're going to love Outer Spice. And we're going to have a shave with this. We're going to use the Paul Gruner shaving bowl. This came from Jimmy V. Jimmy, thank you very, very much, because I like the color. It has kind of a spice vibe to it. Also, having a spice vibe is the Phoenix Shaving Amber Aerolite Shaving Brush. We're going to use this too. Again, love that amber color. Got a spice vibe to it. And also, we're going to use the Phoenix Shaving Copper Ascension Twist Adjustable Double Open Comb Razor, because again, this copper color here kind of evokes a spice kind of a feeling, a spice kind of a vibe. Plus, we'll also have the ability to warm this up and have a nice hot razor, warm razor kind of shave. Love this. Absolutely love, love, love the Copper Ascension. We're also going to do our pre-shave wash and our pre-shave lather with the Tube 2.0. This is the original, the non-mentholated. We don't want any menthol. We want to take in the richness of the Outer Spice, Shulton's Old Spice goodness. And we're also going to use a Persona Red razor blade. Again, red, spice, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So I think that covers all the bases here. So we're going to go ahead and put some hot water in the shaving bowl. We're going to go ahead and do our pre-shave wash, and then I'll see you on the other side to start this shave. So hang in there with me. Okay, I've done my pre-shave wash, and I've already scooped out, I don't know if you can see that, I've already scooped out some of the Outer Spice shave soap. I've placed it here in my Paul Gruner lathering bowl, and just want to let you know that I use the new soap spoon that Andy Kaiser very, very kindly sent to the channel. You can see I got some remnant left over on there, but we decided that we're going to use this because I want to keep the shave soap in the tub nice and fresh and free of any water. It's Outer Spice. It's Shulton's Old Spice. Why not give it a go that way, huh? Here's my Amber Aerolite shaving brush right here. We're going to give it a little bit of a ring. And again, let me show you how much I have in there. A little bit of water in there with that as well. And we're going to go ahead and whip this up. And that's more than enough to get this lather going here. I'm going to have to add some water. I can see I got to add some water again right off the bat. Better to add water as you build a lather than to drench it too much where you have to go back and try to add soap. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to add a little more water here. Okay. Oh, this scent is marvelous. Now, if you want to do a brush load and put some hot water on top of the tub and let that bloom a little bit, you can do that too. But really, with this scent, it is so unmistakably Old Spice when you open up the tub. You really don't have to do that. Just build a lather from scooping. Again, but if you want to do a brush load, that's fine. But my gosh, this scent right now is blooming wonderfully just from building this lather. This is Shulton's Old Spice. My gosh, is this marvelous. And again, CK6 is so just wonderful performance. A little more water here. Little bit of a tone shift, a little bit of a tone drop. The Zerati shift, as Jimmy V coined. And boy, I'm getting some great lather here. And look how quickly I'm getting this lather. Whether you brush load or you scoop, The lather just explodes in the shave bowl, explodes off the brush. Just a little more water, just a little more. I just want a little more. Oh yeah, that's got it. By the way, I have about 2.5 days worth of beard growth. Can you see that? Can you see that there? Want to make sure you see that. I have some beard growth there. Check that out. We're all set. Look at that. Boom, lather. Look at that. My gosh. This scent is really, really wonderful. Very, very good. Look how much I've got here. It's just heaps and heaps of lather. My gosh. That was fantastic. We're going to go ahead and wet the face and apply the Tube 2.0 for our pre-shave lather. Hang on. All right. So I've already got the cap off here. Just twisting this knob will extend the product so you can go ahead and apply it. A lot of folks, a lot of wet shavers out here like the Tube 2.0 because you're not handling that cube. Some folks like this tube because the size stays consistent over time, right? Whereas the cube gets smaller and smaller and smaller in your hand. All right, there we go. I'm going to just twist that down a little bit, set that to the side. I'm going to work that in, get a nice pre-shave lather. Boy, I love this. This is terrific. And that action helps to raise the whisker a little bit. That's look at that. Look at that lather, huh? Isn't that marvelous? All right, let's paint this lather on here. We got a double layer of protection and CK6 goodness with this lather. Look at that. Man, look at that. That's fantastic. Absolutely marvelous. Again, about 2.5 days worth of beard growth. Wanted to have a little more beard growth for this shave. That's why I skipped a day. I like to do the daily shave. I do need a head shave, so I might do a head shave later on, an evening head shave later on. Oh man. This scent is marvelous. This is really, really good. Man. Okay, there we go. We got more than enough. Paint it on. Look at that. Look at that. Fabulous. Really, really fabulous. Wow, that's great. Now, here's my Copper Ascension twist adjustable double open comb razor. We already have the blade installed. You can see that the balance and alignment are spot on, and the end tabs are enclosed in the razor head. Now, we're going to go ahead and run this under some hot water. Oh wait, before I do that, I'm going to open this up almost a quarter of a turn. Almost a quarter of a turn. I think just before a quarter of a turn. That'll be more than enough efficiency for me on the first pass. I'm going to run this under some hot water. Heat this razor up a little bit. Have a heated razor experience. Oh yeah. Let me drain the sink a little bit. I don't want to fill that up too much. Oh yeah, good hot water. All right. Wait a minute. Water's getting cold for some reason. I'm waiting for I think I got a cold patch in the pipes. Hang on. Yeah, oh, now it's hot. Yeah. Now that's hot. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. And we'll put a little more water in the sink here. Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that's marvelous. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Boy, I forgot how wonderful and smooth this razor is. Beautiful. And that warmth, the way it retains that heat. You get a nice heated razor shave. Boy, that's great. Very nice. Here we go. A little bit of a blemish right here, I think. That's nothing. That'll be fine. All right. First pass done. Let's rinse. Wow. That was a nice first pass. Man, that was really, really nice. And again, I think there's a little bit of a blemish there. Something going on there. Not entirely sure. Looks like it's fine. We're going to go ahead and paint on some more lather here. That first pass was marvelous. Really, really terrific. I'm in solid, socially acceptable shave territory. I could run out the door, no problem. And that's saying quite a bit because I have 2 days. I started with 2 days, 2.5 days worth of beard growth. And man, that made quick work of it. Maybe probably could have not turned the aggression up so much. Probably could have backed off a little bit. But again, I had 2.5 days worth of beard growth. So I'm going to do a nice, mild second pass here. And I'm going to paint over this and let the good food, the good skin food ingredients of CK6 do its work right there in that little guy there, whatever that is. See that right there? I'm going to let that take care of whatever that is. It'll kind of, well, for lack of a better word, kind of aid in its healing and repair as we do our second pass. We're going to heat this up under some hot water again and heat this razor up. Love this copper razor. Love the fact that this copper razor has that ability to retain heat and give me a heated razor sensation. Terrific. And again, we turned this down. We snugged it all the way up. So it's at its mildest setting. We don't need anything more aggressive than that. And again, I probably, instead of turning it a quarter turn, probably half of that is what I should have done. All right, here we go. 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. We're going to go with pass number 2. We're going to go east to west across the grain. I'm going to let that sit there just a little bit longer. Boy, is that smooth. That is so nice and smooth. And again, the scent just fills the shave den with Shulton's Old Spice goodness. Marvelous. Boy, is this razor smooth. And I wanted to make sure that I got that upper lip there to get rid of any extraneous longer hair stragglers that kind of curl over the lip. And with CK6 and the mild quality of this razor being snugged all the way up, boy, that just did a nice job. And right here, we got this guy right here. Now, do you do this kind of thing? If you've got like a little, maybe like a little irritated blemish or something like that, you leave that shave soap on there if it has great skin food ingredients like CK6 does. You just kind of let that do its thing and kind of let the skin and the whisker kind of drink in all those great skin food ingredients. We're just going to go like this, really nice and lightly. All right, that's got it. Second pass done. Let's rinse. Boy, that's a nice shave. Wow. That's a great shave, and the scent is just marvelous. All right, we're going to do our two final rinses, our final rinse routine. Warm water rinse, cold water rinse, and then I'll see you on the other side for the alum block, so hang in there with me. A very, very invigorating cold water rinse. Wow, that water is cold. Clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Boy, that's a great shave. What a great shave, and that scent during post-shave, it just remains so unmistakably Shulton's Old Spice. Man, this is good. And this is going to be BBS finish. Now, this guy right here seems to be like a little phantom nick. That'll close up with an alum block. If it doesn't, then we'll use a styptic pencil or one of these nick sticks right here, and we'll show you how to use that. So we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and get our alum block right here. We're going to run this under some cold water and see what kind of feedback we get. Again, because I did turn up the aggression on this copper Ascension razor a little bit because I had 2.5 days worth of beard growth. So yeah, we got that beard mowed down very, very well. All right, here we go. Okay, some zings here and there, but no stinging, and really, there's not much of a sting here either. So I don't know what that is, but I'm glad that I was using CK6 because if I had been using an off-the-shelf shave soap from a big box store, it might have really allowed a lot of aggravation there. But with CK6, I get some really, really nice protection, some nice glide, some nice slickness, really terrific slickness. And again, we use the Tube 2.0, so we got a double dose of that. So lucky I was using that. Now, we'll share this with you. If it's not going to stop, okay, you can take your alum block, run it under some cold water, and then press it to the area there for a good 20 to 30 seconds. And that should close it up. It's a little itty bitty nick. It's just that when it gets wet with water, cold water, warm water, it just tends to thin out and become more apparent. It looks worse than it is. So you just hold that there, hold the alum block there, and that should close it up without any problem. Now, if for some reason, well, let's go ahead and get the dry dock and put that away, let the air in the room do the rest of the work. Now, if for some reason it doesn't, you can get a styptic pencil like this, and you can go ahead and wet the tip under some cold water and just dab it there. Well, we'll do that right now. We'll do that. It doesn't look like it's opening up, but we'll do it just in case. You run under some cold water and you just dab right there. Now, you will feel a little bit of stinging there. I don't feel much because I think it's closed up. Okay, so you can see that whiteness there. You're going to get like a white powdery residue that's going to be left over. And then after it dries, you can just brush it off and it'll be fine. Now, if you don't want to go the styptic pencil route, these are nick sticks. This one's from Goodline, And this one is from Pacific Shaving Company right here. And they have a little roller ball. You just want to make sure that that roller ball is engaged, and it dispenses a liquid that dries clear and will close up any nicks on your face. These are also a very, very good option. A little more pricey than the styptic pencil, but they have that advantage where you're not going to get that white residue there. So whichever one works into your routine best, that's the one you should go with. All right, let me show you some lather here. Okay, and I splashed a little bit in there, so I'm going to agitate a little bit, and the CK6 is going to come right back. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that lather. Look at that. Oh, this is great. And the scent is just marvelous. It is 100% Shulton's Old Spice. I mean, the real deal. The real McCoy. Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use some of the aftershave splash right now. I just want to get some of this other stuff off my hands. Okay, so there it is right there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, that's good. That is marvelous. Okay, here we go. Again, it's got to get some air in there so it starts dispensing. I get a little bit of the, okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. We're going to be generous with this. Yeah, okay. Set that down. All right, Jimmy V method. We're going to let that alcohol evaporate just a little bit and then slap on nothing but the good stuff. We're going to let that scent emerge a little bit here. There it is. Shulton's Old Spice. And if you want, slap on a little bit right there on that guy. And the powder's gone. There you go. And that, let the alcohol do a little extra work there. Boy, oh boy. Wait a minute. Great shave. This was marvelous. What a great, yeah, double clap. What a great shave. My goodness. Love this one a lot. Outer Spice from Phoenix Shaving. This is Shulton's Old Spice. Get it in your shave den. If you're an Old Spice fan, you definitely want this one. My thanks to Doug, Fran, Huxley, Cube, and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for very kindly sending this one along to the channel and allowing me to share with all the viewers out there. Outer Spice from Phoenix Shaving. Give it a look. If you're an Old Spice fan, if you're a Shulton's Old Spice fan, you're going to love this one. All right, that's it. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share it. Please subscribe. Please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/MarkZerati, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Hang on, let me get the matching splash right here, Outer Spice from Phoenix Shaving. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.